Hello, my name is Quin Hoppe, and today what I'm presenting to the grant committee is a proposal for a Fullbright Research project centered on the city of Tijuana, Mexico. And the objective is to create a literary work through anthropological research and analysis that relays accurately the identity of Tijuana and its nature that is produced by both the US and Mexico that results in an international space that is Tijuana, and it is misunderstood globally and more often perceived as simply a drug town or a center of violence, among other things shared between popular perspectives and stereotypes between the US and Mexico. And some of my research questions are: what is the Mexican perception of border cities on a national level, as well as what is their political perspective on the border and immigration policy in comparison to the US. And I want to determine all the factors that go into citizen opinion in Tijuana politically, and it's very tough to determine that because often federal policies from both the US and Mexico play more of an impact on Tijuana than its local policies and all that the city has power over controlling. And often, as I learned in my class on the US-Mexican border taught by Stephen Mummy here at CSU, that often federal policies don't always reflect local and state opinion along the border. And I want to create a literary work that accurately represents the culture and identity of Tijuana and all of its complexities to the US and any other readers. The audience would be anyone on a global scale that does not understand Tijuana in an accurate way. And some of the background history on this is the US-Mexican War of 1848. It'll be interesting to see how that still plays a role when the US went and conquered much of the land that used to be Mexico's up in North America along California and that area, which defines the parameters of the border today. And I believe that I am qualified for this because, like I mentioned earlier, I took a class titled Relations Along the US-Mexican Border taught by Stephen Mummy here at CSU. I have been learning and more or less speaking Spanish since 8th grade, and I have studied abroad in Argentina and grew up in California with a lot of friends who have helped me shape my perception of the border, since I was fortunate to have a lot of friends who either immigrated from Mexico or are of Mexican descent and were born in the US. And that has also given me an understanding of the area, and I believe I'll be able to connect with people in the city by performing qualitative and quantitative research to get opinions of citizens, to get an accurate depiction of everyday life in Tijuana, since the culture is very misunderstood. It's a very large city. It's very international, and a lot of economic activity flows through there. That's also very vital to the US's economy. And I think it's very important to get an accurate perception of the city, since there isn't a lot the media does to depict it in a complex way as it should be. And another thing I'll be looking to do is performing interviews with public officials, and also researching and learning more about the political climate in Mexico as a whole on a national level to determine how that plays in defining the culture and politics of Tijuana on a local level. Thank you.